This is Dabu 7, and it was only a matter of time, as I said before this whole thing with Syria blew back up worse than before. Now they're saying that Syria's chemical weapons are being moved, and the motive is unclear. They're saying this is a huge snag into this big deal they have in the works, and they left our aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean just in case they wanted to use a military strike. And they're still sitting there, and it's still on the table. And at this point, Assad said he will give up his chemical weapons, but it's going to take more than a year to get them out of there, and it's going to cost more than $1 billion. He said, who wants to pay for it? Okay, there's multiple problems on multiple fronts on this, because now that he's doing what they wanted, it's who's going to foot the bill. This is going to get interesting. And what's the sense in dropping any bombs when not a one of those bombs can destroy any of these chemical weapons, when this guy's just giving them up? Well, they're saying they're on the move and he's trying to hide them, right? Use your common sense here, folks. They're going to use this as an excuse to go to war, but use your common sense. He's got internet, he's got news, he's watching the same news and headlines and information that we're seeing. Okay? If he knows that they're watching him by satellite, then there's nothing to hide. It's not hidden. You can't hide it. The gig's up. No matter what you do, how many different moves you make, they're going to know where it's at, right? Right. Exactly. So what's the sense in dropping a single bomb if the whole point is to go in and get rid of these chemical weapons? Same chemical weapons that they have here in Kentucky in the United States of America. Which, according to my reports, now that I think about it, the United States has signed a prohibition on chemical weapons. And guess what? We have proof. They have it at the Bluegrass Army Depot here in Kentucky. We have proof of it. They have it, and they are in default of this. They are in default. This is huge news, folks. You're seeing who's to blame here for what. And it's raising a lot of questions on Israel. And Israel's like preparing, because since they signed, they're not a member, but since they signed and they didn't ratify it, UN inspectors can come in at any moment in Israel. So they're saying that they're preparing, because there's a lot of secretive stuff that have gone down at their biological research facility near Tel Aviv, which is a huge spot. They can't even mention it on the news. It's banned, kind of like Area 51. It's crazy. Anyway, they're preparing. Well, what is there to prepare for, Israel, if you have nothing to hide? Right? They should be able to come in right now. You should be prepared. Right? Checkmate. Calling your bluff. We know you got it. You just made yourself look guilty. And along with Barack Obama, whose country is signed on to this member state to have no chemical weapons, we want to know why they're still sitting in Kentucky, and we want them out. By the same deadline you're giving Assad to have his out. And yes, you're going to foot the bill. Till next time, Dabu 7, eyes open.